All right, hi guys. This one I call the parable. This has been around for a long time, and I heard it a long time on a TV show called The West Wing, and it's a story that's been around forever, but this is the story as I heard it. Joe's walking down the street and not paying a lot of attention, and he ends up falling down this hole. And he's stuck. He can't get out. He's climbing the sides and he falls down. And he's looking for any way he can get out, and he can't get out. And so he's looking up the hole and he sees his priest walking by the top of the hole, and he says, "Father, Father, help me." And his priest looks down and he says, Joe, what are you doing down there?" And he says, "I fell down this hole. Can you help me?" And his father, the priest says some prayers, and he says, "I'll pray for you, my son, and hopefully you'll get out of the hole." And he moves on. Joe goes, "That's not going to help me." A few minutes later, he sees his doctor walk by, and he says, Doc, it's Joe. I'm down here. Can you help me out?" The doctor looks down the hole, and he says, Joe, you all right?" He says, "No, I've fallen down this hole. Can you help me out?" And looks down the hole, and the doctor assesses the situation, pulls out his prescription pad, he writes a script, tears it off the pad, and he throws it down the hole. He moves on. Joe picks up the script, takes one look at it, and goes, "How the hell is this supposed to help me?" And then, a few minutes later, he sees his buddy Jim. Jim, it's Joe. I'm down this hole. Can you help me?" Jim looks down the hole, and immediately he jumps down the hole. Joe looks at Jim and he says, "Jim, what the hell are you doing? I was stuck down this hole, and then I asked for your help, and you jumped down here." Jim looked at Joe and he said, "Joe, don't worry. You asked for my help. You're stuck in a hole. It's okay. I've been down here before, and I know the way out." Don't be afraid to ask for help, because sometimes those who are offering help will come from the most unlikely places, but those unlikely places know the answer to the way out. All right, for some of you, you're just joining, you're just starting to follow on some of my platforms. Brand new platform out there, Tribble, alternative to Twitter. Just joined there, putting content there. So some of you don't know the story of why I started doing this. So I guess quick synopsis: I've been a musician almost all my life, introduced to it young, and so I've always had music involved in my life. And in my mid-30s, I was diagnosed with choroidal melanoma, that's eye cancer. The treatment was radiation to the eye, head radiation. A couple years after that, I developed glaucoma. It was called multi-angle closure glaucoma. It's a fancy way of saying glaucoma for many reasons. And they couldn't get it under control enough that it was just causing me so much pain. I lost my eye, so in some of the videos you'll notice it looks weird. I don't have a left eye, it's a prosthetic. A couple of years after that, and throughout the whole time from cancer through those 6 years, I had chronic migraines, and in 2017 I developed a migraine that never went away. It slowly crept down and worked its way into full body pain, and we've worked our way into a diagnosis of fibromyalgia, and it is quite severe. I am in pain 24/7. I have a headache no less of 3 at any given time. It settles a lot of the time and mostly in my hips and lower back. That's where the flare-ups are. So if I get gaps in my content, it's because I can't move around very well and I haven't caught up in what I'm trying to get put together. So I apologize for that in advance. But I love everybody who follows me, and thank you for that. And this is what's driven me to make my content, Jeff's healing music, and it grew from that into different things. How I care for myself in different ways, and looking into not being able to perform as much as I used to, and spotlighting other bands and all kinds of things. And it's growing so much, and that's why I've made the announcement that, guess what, Jeff's Healing Music's growing. It's going to be the world through my eye, and we're going to have a lot of different segments. So I just wanted to give you guys a quick rundown of why I do this, and hopefully you guys will know what's going on. And I know I've had a little gap again, but yeah, my hips have been super bad. So love you guys lots. Thanks.